Hello friends, welcome to ProTalent, and this is our exam analysis for IIM IPM Aptitude Test 2018. Now this exam was one of the very interesting and challenging exam. Every year this turns out to be one of the very challenging exam, even if I consider it to be at par with some of the toughest examinations in the country. Now in this particular exam, whatever they have announced, on the same line they have conducted this particular exam. So what was the announcement they made? They made announcement of 40 questions in quant which were MCQ based. Then there were 20 questions which were short answer type. And then there were 40 questions which were verbal section. Okay. So total you can say 100 questions were there, and every section had its own separate time limit, which is 40 minute, 40 minute and 40 minute. This was the kind of time limit it had. So you cannot skip any of these section. You have to devote so much of time in that particular section. And after you get your scores, you have, you can say, a weightage given to that section as well. So your MCQ based part had 30% weightage, while this short answer type and verbal had 35% weightage. More importantly, there were negative marking in MCQ, while there were no negative markings in this short answer type. So if I just talk about main points of this particular exam, it was basically verbal was a reasonably a severe part because that was very easy for the students. Maths was very lengthy and very tough, and first time non-negative questions were introduced. That's what we talked about, short answer type. These are the three main factors. Okay, now let me go and talk about in detail exactly what kind of questions were there in this exam. So quantitative ability MCQ section, 40 question if I talk about, again. So these 40 questions were very difficult. They were lengthy and calculative, though there was a calculator provided, but still the question turned out to be very integrated in nature. So there were mix of 2 to 3 concepts. So the topics covered were higher algebra, functions, inequalities, higher geometry, coordinate geometry, trigo, PNC, probability, and there was a DI set as well. There was a data interpretation set as well. So the students who have good command over trigonometry, permutation combination, probability, coordinate geometry, functions, inequalities, they will do really good. And some around out of 40 questions, some around 50% or less number of question attempt could have been a better game. Okay, this was reasonably a difficult section, and getting less than 50% questions attempted should be, I think, sufficient. And if I talk about the second section of quant, which was short answer type, now that was more challenging because here the, you can say, options were not there, and therefore students have to put a lot of efforts. Remember, it was all about word-based questions and it was purely maths. Again, initially there was a kind of prediction. I gave a prediction saying that logical reasoning questions may be there, but there were no logical reasoning questions. Okay, all maths, pure maths. Okay, higher geometry 4 से 5 questions, logs, quadratic and progression 3 सवाल, trigonometry average few more questions. Out of 20 questions, a good student might have done some around 8 to 10 questions, you can say, attempt. Okay, and now if I talk about the easy section called verbal ability. So verbal ability had 40 questions, 2 passages, total 11 questions. Okay, so that was, you can say, a kind of severe. Clause test was there, which was very difficult. Okay, I personally say you can leave it. Grammar, sentence correction, manageable. Verbal logic, para formation and logical completion of ideas, 4 questions were asked. So overall it was a manageable section. Out of 40 questions you can attempt some around 32. Okay, so this is what basically the scenario. And what could be the expected cutoff for this? Let me show you this again. So expected cutoff would be this. So if I talk about quantitative ability, short answer 20 questions पूछे गए थे, 40 मिनट का टाइम था. ठीक है, a good score would be some around 8 to 10 questions. So what I've done is, I've multiplied by 4 marks. Okay, so therefore 32 to 40 marks. MCQ 40 questions wale part, I think 72 to 80 marks. and verbal ability, which was the biggest gainer. If you have not done good in this particular section, believe me, it will create trouble. So it will be 116 to 124. Overall, my expectation would be a good score of 204 to 220, and expected cutoff of this, you can say, weightage related part would be 136 to 140. So this is what the exam would be. Now, in general, people who are looking at next year's examinations for IIM IPM, what I suggest to them is, for one full year, please focus on higher algebra, higher trigonometry, logs, functions, inequalities, not just focus on general aptitude. If you are getting simple aptitude related training, that's not done. Okay, you have to get trained for the higher order questions. So that's what you need to keep in mind. Okay, and with this, I'm closing this discussion for IIM IPM 2018, and all the best for your further preparation for IIM IPM. We are going to give you some additional lectures. So we couldn't give proper lectures for IIM IPM this year, but for the 2019 exam from ProTalent, we are going to give you very good video lectures, and that will give you a lot of support for your IIM IPM preparation. So just wait and watch for our announcement for IIM IPM. Okay. Till then, thank you very much. All the best for your, you can say, results, and do let me know about your results in my comment section. Okay. All the best. Thank you very much.